Hey everybody, it's been 3 weeks and the game's still not done, so it's time for another Taiji development update log video. I'm Matthew Van Deventer, and Taiji is a open world adventure puzzle solving game that takes a lot of inspiration from The Witness, and if that type of thing sounds interesting to you, there is a link in the description below to find out more. So, what have I been doing for the past 3 weeks? Well, this video is a little bit more off the cuff than, I guess, scripted ones, so it could be a little bit nebulous as far as what I remember or don't remember because I didn't make any notes. But I have done some work on the ending related things that I needed to do, but that's still not done. You'll know when that's done because then I'll immediately move to doing like release date announcement trailer and stuff, because I can at least be like settled on that. With that said, I've been doing more polishing things, improving things, tweaking things, and unfortunately for you and for me and for anybody who wants the game to be done, last Friday I like manically got like this idea where like some ideas that I had from like 3 years ago and then some stuff that I had like a couple months ago kind of all like coalesced together, and it came together in this ball of things. And I guess the only part of that I can really say is like that I added a map to the game, which is a nice thing to have. You know, like the game didn't necessarily need a map, but it also is nice like early on to have kind of something that's like, you know, after you've been to an area, at least you can say, oh, like where was that relative to where I am, right? So that got added to the game, and that's been like mostly what I've done this past week, is kind of putting that in, refining it some more, fixing bugs with it, and I think it's pretty solid now, and I can be happy shipping that as it is. There was like a little bit of touch and go there where I wasn't sure whether it was going to work. Initially, the version I put in, like testers really didn't like, and it was sort of hard to like suss out what the issue was, because I thought, oh, okay, I guess I just got to scrap the whole thing. But it turned out like the main thing testers didn't like was they didn't like that they got like the whole map of the game when they found the map, right? So it's sort of been split up to where there's like pieces of the map that you find as you go to like the different areas. Which means that there's still like that initial mystery of, well, I don't know what's in this world, and I don't know what I'm going to find. And the other thing was like making the map less detailed, right? To where it's a bit more abstract, and it's a bit more just like, oh yeah, there's that thing over there, and there's that thing over there, and not like, here's the topology of the landscape. Anyway, which I kind of knew, you know, like the reason I didn't want to put a map in the game is because I kind of thought of it as like, oh, it's spoilers to have a map. But that was part of like the big idea that I got, right? Was like figuring out a way to put a map in the game that wouldn't be spoilers. So anyway, I'm happy with all that. I'm glad I did it, but unfortunately it does mean that I basically kicked the can down the road as far as being done with the game by another week, because that's what I've been doing this week instead of working on the ending. If you're wondering why I'm so high energy, it's because I just drank a Monster and I haven't eaten yet, so I'm hopped up on caffeine, but that's probably the right mood to be in to do one of these videos, because, you know, then I'm on my A game, I've got interesting things that I'm thinking about, I'm not slow, I'm not wasting your time, I'm not wasting my time, except now I'm wasting your time. But what else did I do? So I've been kind of going back and forth on some like additional guest puzzles in the game, because I do have some, you know, some of the testers have decided to design puzzles and wanted to put them in the game, so I kind of have to do back and forth a little bit there just to make sure that they're happy with the puzzle, and I guess that I'm happy with the puzzle. It kind of depends. Usually I don't mind so much if I don't love the puzzle, if it goes in some kind of optional corner somewhere, but if it's going to end up like on the main line. So that's been useful, because well, it's like, I don't know actually whether it's been the right thing to do, because initially I thought, okay, well, it's good because there's things in the game that I thought could be better, and it's like my time can be spent doing other things, and they can maybe design puzzles that might be better than what I have there. but at the same time, it's like I do have to spend time reviewing those puzzles and making sure that they are better. So it could be a wash, but at the same time, I think variety is sort of what is interesting about a game like this, and having some puzzles in there that I didn't design naturally gives the game a bit more variety than it would have otherwise, right? Also, I can evaluate those puzzles more honestly than my own puzzles, because my own puzzles, it's sort of like I often see the idea of the puzzle and I don't notice the noise that's like could be obscuring that idea or something. Anyway, those are the things I've been doing. What else have I been doing? Well, I thought about it, and I think that's pretty much it. I did add like a couple new puzzles here and there. One of those things that I just did this morning involved one of those extra puzzles, which I guess I can show you briefly. It's kind of spoilers maybe, but it's, you know, it's something that's accessible from the beginning. I just, you know, just don't think about it too much, and then it's not spoilers, right? But that was sort of like improving an existing puzzle that was already there, and that's kind of, I don't know how that will play out, but I feel like it fixes the problem. I just don't know if it generates other problems, because I'd have to bring new people on, which I brought one new person on, but I probably need to bring another person on to test, hopefully. But, you know, we're getting it down to the wire, and it's like there's not that much time to actually test the game if I want to release it, and I don't want to delay it to do more play testing. Just for like one or two puzzles that, you know, like if you figure it out of order or something, then I guess that's okay. It's not like the end of the world, but it could spoil things, I guess, in the sense of like the mainline path. I don't know. In any case, I think that does it for this video. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll try to not take too much longer on this game, and I'll try to not take too much longer on a video update if it does get delayed or something. I'll try to mention that here. At this point, it's like, it's probably not coming out the day that I wanted it to, so it is like a delay, but I didn't really mention exactly when I want it to come out, so there's no real announcement that needs to be made there, but still should be soon. I just you'll know when I know, I guess, right? It's like, it's not like I'm being coy because I just want to be mysterious. It's that, like, I really don't know exactly when things are going to be done, and the ending related stuff is like really important. I've been procrastinating on it, I guess, by doing other things, but those things were also important, so it's okay. And I don't want to say, oh, it's going to be out this date, and then like be really cramming to get in the ending related stuff, because it's important that it be good, not just that it be on time. But maybe I should announce the thing. I don't know. I'm in this dilemma of like, do you announce a date and then crunch so that you can get the stuff that needs to be in the game in by that date? Or do you get the things done that need to be in and then announce the date, and then you can feel more comfortable, because it's like, okay, leading up to release, it's just polished things. It's just like, what are last second things that I want to put in the game? And I'm trying to go for the latter, but it is like putting me in this position where I feel like I'm procrastinating and flagging and not getting the thing done and out to people, and it's about time that it be done and out to people. So now I'm just rambling, but thanks for watching. I will see you all in another 2 or 3 weeks. It's a bit nebulous on when I do these, because of course it's like, that's taking time out of my day to record the thing and to edit the thing and to upload the thing and to whatever. Anyway, I will see you then. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. So I thought I'd poke around a little bit and just point out some of the things that I have done that are like not ending related that I can kind of show. So one of the big ones is these little plinths or whatever. So you might find some of these scattered around the island, and it could be interesting to figure out what those do. Another thing is there's been a bit of kind of some, I guess, issues pointed out with the flow in some areas. So in this area I decided to add this puzzle here. It's sort of an introduction to what you later are do more involved puzzles with here in this building. This building's kind of always been a source of complaints, but usually the people who complain don't really point out to me what the issue is. And I guess it's definitely a difference between like whether somebody gets stuck over here or whether they're stuck right here. And I think, you know, at one point I might have thought being stuck right here was kind of the point, but now I feel like it's not really the point. And I think giving that away here a little bit is better than making this area optional or cutting it, because like this set of puzzles is one that I really like. So yeah. So I also tweaked the graphics around this puzzle a little bit. I guess I can't really explain too much of what I did here, but trying to make this a little bit more readable and make the salient bits stand out a bit more. There's still probably more to do earlier in this area to kind of improve the flow. Yeah, it's just kind of like, I guess, comments from more experienced game designers sometimes are worthy of consideration in a way that if a random tester says, oh, well, I didn't get this puzzle, unless it's most of the testers, you kind of maybe don't take it so seriously, I guess. Also, this puzzle here got swapped out, so this is now a guest puzzle. Guest designed puzzle, I guess. It's the only one in the game that doesn't have like a color to denote that it's a guest design puzzle, because I thought that would like be a bit of a confusing thing here in the main area. So yeah. So there are also a couple more guest puzzles that were done here. So you can see, like, normally I would like outline this in red if it was like a guest puzzle, but in that spot it was like a little confusing to do that. And there's also a couple more guest puzzles up here that are, this one's still kind of work in progress, I think, but this one I think is pretty solid. So yeah, so other than that, it's just been basically what I mentioned earlier, working on the ending stuff that I can't really talk about because obviously the ending is spoilers. But yeah, I don't know. I thought this might be a nice little addendum at the end, since people seem to like when I run around the game a little bit, because they get to see something besides just my ugly mug. I did just wake up, so my energy level is much lower than it was yesterday. So, but we'll leave it at that. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, let's just do a quick test. If I stand over here, crows are restless.
You think you've seen a movie and you watched it on your telephone. Get real.